All right, third grade. Today we're going to be making a hot air balloon. So if you can see, I have a plate that we're gonna trace for our top circle of our hot air balloon. So towards the top of my paper, I'm gonna put my plate and make sure you're tracing super lightly. But you are going to want to make sure that you're tracing super lightly so you can erase any of the steps that we need to erase. So there's my circle. Then underneath my circle, I need a straight line that's about 3 inches wide. So somewhere below your circle, you're just going to measure out a straight line that's 3 inches wide. And try to make it directly under. So directly in the middle under my hot air balloon. Then I'm going to scooch down quite a bit and leave a good amount of space. So this is going to be the bottom of our hot air balloon, and now down here this is going to be the little basket that hangs below our hot air balloon. And then for the bottom of your basket, you want to scooch down a little bit more, and all 3 of these lines should be 3 inches long. Okay? Then you can connect the bottom 2 like that to make your little basket. The outside of this line needs to be connected to the outside of your circle. So go from the farthest point, the widest part of your circle, and connect that to that line. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, like that. At the top of my hot air balloon, I'm just going to draw a little half circle at the very top. Then, with an eraser, I'm going to erase the bottom of my circle. So now we're just left with our hot air balloon shape. Like that. Then from the middle top of my hot air balloon to the middle bottom of my hot air balloon, I'm going to draw a straight line. Now I don't want that straight line to go through that circle that we drew on top. Then you need to start filling in the sides of your balloon. So I think I'm just going to do 2 lines, and those lines need to follow the curve that your hot air balloon makes. So this one's going to come even further out and come back down. Now the trick to this is that space that I had right here, I just made sure I was splitting it in half the whole way down. So you can see I just made sure that line was staying in the center of that space that whole time. Now I'm going to do 2 lines on this side. There we go. Then we need our lines on our basket, our little strings that are connecting our basket. So we're going to make 2 lines that come straight down. So now is where you can kind of start adding some details to your hot air balloon. So I think now when you do your details, they can't be too tiny of details because we are going to go over these lines with glue. So if you're making anything too tiny, you know that the glue will just kind of spread them out and make it all one huge shape. So try not to make anything too small. I think I'm going to make a large oval and a small oval, large oval, small oval, large oval, small oval. Then maybe I'll make like a jumping line. Maybe I'll make a jumping line up here too. Okay, so I think maybe that's all I want for my hot air balloon. You can add more details, but just remember they can't be too small, because then we're going to get our black glue. Open that up. And we're going to very carefully go over these lines. This glue is even thinner than normal glue that we use because it has black paint added to it. So it's even runnier than you're used to with normal glue. I'm gonna wait to finish this side so I can use my hand in here and not smear anything. Now, if your glue is coming out too fast, then maybe you need to close it up a little bit. Close up the cap a little bit so it's not coming out quite so fast. Because you don't want a super thick line, but you also want your line to be super even. So the trick for this is to never let the tip of your glue, bottle touch the paper. Because then you can just have an even stream of glue coming out and you can just kind of drag it across your paper. Be really careful that you're not making huge globs at the ends of each lines, because you'll end up with a huge puddle like this. So try, what I do is I try to go down a line, and then instead of like just letting go, kind of tap it where you want it to stop, and it tends not to make quite as big of a puddle. Okay, so there's day one of our project. We have to wait for these to dry before we can paint them, but I can't wait to see what kind of designs you add in your hot air balloon. You know what? I think I want one more little line down here. There we go. All right, I can't wait to see what you guys make.